Hello, everyone. Welcome. This was the final episode of Big Brother 27, and boy, was it satisfying. I am happy because of the winner, and the games were good to get the winner there. And on this one, uh, Morgan won the first game, and Vince and Ashley had to play for the second game. And the second game was good. It was all dealing with Mastermind. Mastermind showed up in big style. And in this, Frankie Grande showed up, as well as the mastermind for the giant billboard game for Morgan, Ashley, and Vince. Morgan won the first part of the game, so she sat out on the second part where they had to actually name the times and dates of when people did things in Big Brother. So I found this one to be really difficult because you have to really concentrate hard on the days that things happen. So if you're in the Big Brother house with no phone, no communication, only thing you have to do is just remember the strange events that happen in Big Brother's house, then that would allow you to be able to guess some of the things that happened in the second game after Morgan won the first game. So this second game pitted Vince against Ashley. And on the first game, I thought maybe Vince would win because he was a guy, and it was actually a physical game of holding on, like you're in a carnival ride and it's spinning you around. But Vince got dizzy, and so did Ashley. But Morgan was solid on that, and she stayed on and won, and that pushed Vince and Ashley to the game of naming the dates. I think Ashley surprised me for knowing this. She was very methodical. The woman is a thinker. She thought these things out. She did the puzzle wrong, like Vince did, and then realized it was the wrong way she was thinking on it. And Morgan was watching and knew that that Vince had taken it the wrong way. But Vince couldn't pull himself out of it. He just stuck with it. Ashley went back and read the card and realized that what exactly it was. And with her lawyer's brain, she got the correct numbers on it and won. And then she got to pick out the ones she wants to go to the final two with. I wondered if she was going to take Morgan with her, like an all-girl thing, that kind of thing. And I was hoping she wouldn't, because Morgan did so much at the last part of the last few games that she really had a comeuppance card, and it would have made it difficult for the judges to really vote for Ashley if Morgan was there. And Ashley, bless her heart, she realized that Morgan was not going to help her at the end to get the judges to like her. She knew that Vince had burnt so many bridges that she would be better sitting at the end with him than she would be with Morgan. Smart move. the lawyer in her started to come out on this episode. You got to see exactly why she was a lawyer. And she chose Vince to go, and Morgan was let go and had a talk with Julie. And Julie asked her questions like, was she upset that she didn't get, on the final two? She said no. She said she was okay because she knew the game. She knew why she was not going to go with Ashley to the end, because she took advantage of the fact that she had that one choice. Ashley took the advice that she had that one choice to pick that one, and she picked the right one. And Morgan was okay. She was like, she's not falling apart. She knows she almost made it to the end. And on these games, you can really be deterred or detoured. And they had the mastermind there. Some old Big Brother guests were there, and it came to reveal that the mastermind was actually 3 people. And Dr. Will was showed up as the mastermind, as well as what was that guy's name? Let's see here. Eric and Vassal. Now, Eric and Vassal, I barely remember. But the reason they put them on was because they went through a toxic complication. And the toxic complication was there was a toxic game in Big Brother, and they both were part of the toxic, and this was supposed to be their revenge as the mastermind. And since Frankie Grande was already on there doing part of these ceremonies, I was surprised that they had him as a judge. Now, when I first started watching this season of Big Brother, some people on YouTube said they weren't going to watch it because the mastermind was too childish. I don't think it was. It's just the way Big Brother is, and Big Brother is really more fun than a lot of these other shows like that. And because you have to remember, this is a paranoid house, and so having fun with the brain in a childish way is kind of a good thing for the people that's in there. They can think, they can figure out, they can expect certain things to happen. So I thought it was okay. I didn't mind the mastermind. I thought it was fun and funny, and it's typical of Big Brother to have little unnecessarily cute things happening. Anyway, then once Morgan was eliminated, it was time for Vince and what's her name? Vince and Ashley to give their story about how they feel about winning. And Ashley went into lawyer talking to the jury mode. Boy, she made her point real clear. And it was just, she actually pointed out how she got there. And it was inspirational. And I was very impressed, because when Ashley first came on, I was ready for her to leave like the second or third week, because she even mentioned that she was involved with what they call Showergate, because she did that unexpected shower thing, and she just looked kind of cuckoo doing that. And so, and I have to give it to her. She brought that up. She said she knows she was part of Showergate, and it upset a lot of people. And she told how she got out of it, and she made friends and alliances with so many people in there. And she let them battle it out while she sat back on the side and made friends with all of the people battling. And they did the vote, and of course she won, but the people that voted for her may have been a surprise. But because I would have voted for Ashley too, because Vince was very duplicitous and very backstabbing. And I mean, he almost dumped Morgan for Lauren. And I just think that this was the correct turnaround in Ashley's favor. So Ashley really explained it well. And then the judges got ready to vote. And I was expecting Lauren to vote for Vince, since, you know, they had this little relationship. And I was expecting Keanu to just follow his bad decisions to trust Vince all the way through and vote for him. But this was a 1-6. Well, Vince only got one vote. And he shouldn't have got that, because that was from Morgan. But she remained loyal to the end, so she voted for him, but everybody else voted for Ashley. And it was so funny because Will came up and said he was voting for his little girl in there. And I mean, you know, that was one of his daughters. Him and she and Mickey were his allies, and he had a hard time when Mickey was in there trying to choose between Mickey and Ashley about a situation for voting, I think. And that's when he said, you know, they treated him like a pop dad, and he felt that way with them. And that was nice. And it was good to see the 4 judges. So this worked out to me, and for me, to be a satisfying ending to Big Brother 27, because a lot of times Big Brother will actually have some almost villains win. And on this one, everybody that got to the end was people that I had no problem with making it to the end. So that's a rare thing, to not have that 1 or 2 horrible person making it to the end, scaring the daylights if they're going to win or not. So happy for that. And so this is a close to the season, and like I said, it's going to be Survivor time. And I did watch Peacemaker 4 and 5, or the last 2 episodes. Boy, that's a real good show. It showed a mirror reflection of what may be happening in our country now, and it's just absolutely wow. And I think James Gunn has gotten into a lot of trouble for giving his opinions, and people have asked for him not to make any opinions about this, because he wrote this show and directed it, but he says he was not reflecting on anything that's happening in today's society. And I'm gonna tell you why he said that, because he didn't want to bring any kind of situation coming down on him from the alternative groups for how should I say, just being liberal. And so, but he was. This show was Peacemaker. The last 2 episodes of Peacemaker were really good, and I just like the show. I hope it comes back for another season, but we hadn't got to the end of this season to figure out who's all gonna still be there. And I like the Falcon, or the Eagle that's in there. I don't know how they train that bird, or if that bird is real or AI, but it looks real, and it was a partial star of the latest episode. So we're leaving one good show, Big Brother, and looking at a couple of other great shows coming up. Well, this is my opinion, and this is what I saw, and this is what I liked. I won because Ashley won. You won because you saw what was going on Big Brother. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon, and we'll talk about other things. All right, take care now.